So I'd already done one video. I've already accomplished, already finished, already done. Right? How redneck of me. But anyways, I've already done one video. You understood my, don't be a grammar Nazi. If you understand what I'm saying, then just take the meaning and go with it. We don't have to get it all bungled down with the damn grammar rules. Jesus Christ, this ain't fucking English class. Get the fuck out of here. You never text anybody texts anybody, you see that it comes out jarbled. So, you grammar Nazis, you're a whole nother generation. So, okay, anyways, you have the misnaming of things in Kentucky. This is the second video that I made. The first one was the Cumberland River, right? So you had the Cumberland River, the Cumberland Mountain, Cumberland Gap, Cumberland, Lake, Cumberland anything is named after the Duke of Cumberland, who was butchering and murdering Scottish people. The Kentucky was founded by Scots Irish people. So the Scots Irish people, these are the people that's been fighting the great Britain, the empire, for way longer than the Americans started fighting Great Britain. This is 1750s or so. We're going to name the fucking Gap of Cumberland from a goddamn fucking British royalist? Does that make any sense whatsoever? Why are we going to keep the names of British royalists? We got Louisville, they chopped his fucking head off. So when you go from, basically antiquity to modern history was because of the chopping of the head of King Louis the 16th. It was the most significant fucking event ever. But since Louisville is named after him, they evidently haven't caught on, and so they're very still, a bunch of fucking white plantation owner, totalitarian, fastest sons of bitches. So that's the Cumberland River, right? So the Cumberland River used to be called the Shawnee River because look at this map. The Shawnee were everywhere. The Shawnee went all across the whole fucking place. They want to sit there and say there was no hunting grounds. Bullshit. Shawnee's been here the whole fucking time. They had permanent settlements in the summer, and they would migrate during the winter, which only makes sense. During the summer, you could raise your crops. During the winter, what are you going to do? You got to chase the fucking animals. So we're supposed to be fucking British and English and have, no, they have their own fucking way of life, but that's their home. You telling me that a bunch of fucking Indians are going to come from, Texas, just to, have a little hunting trip, a little hunting, excavation, a little expedition, a little journey, no, that's not what they're doing, okay? They're not coming from miles away. They are coming within. They're coming right there, or just across the river, or just across the border, right? So they're right there, all over the place. There's so many fucking archaeological evidence. There's so many digs. There's probably about 200 digs or so. But it's probably not even, there's probably way more than just 200 digs. I got this Kentucky archaeology book, which is like $200, and all it does is just talk about, I don't know, one fucking site at the Red River. And then it goes on and on about the shellfish, right? They found shellfish, and you could tell something about the shellfish, which is shellfish that doesn't live today. So that's interesting. When there's species, we found from before. Okay, so that's the Shawnee River, the Shawnee Gap, the Shawnee River. We should change all of it back to fucking Shawnee because that's what it was originally. This is who they were to begin with, and we need to start the process of reconciliation with our Native American people that was here in Kentucky. Why? Why do we do that? Well, the effects are here today, right? When you have a genocide, where the fucking Indians at? There's nowhere to be found. They have a historical justification to wipe us all out. Since we don't want that, we need to treat them like fucking people. It's what we should have done when we first fucking got here, right? This is your land. Let's make some type of federal government where you can have power, I can have power, we could all, nah. Just white people gonna be butchering like fucking Cumberland, right? Like that Augustus fucking piece of shit Duke of Cumberland. Augustus, what's his name? Augustus something. Augustus. Do I have time? Yeah, it's just a short one. Okay, so I have time. I'll look it up. Let's see. Augustus, Duke of Cumberland, Augustus. I don't know why it keeps doing this. It keeps on going to the Bing search window, and every time I open up a new tab, when my homepage is actually Prince William Augustus. Okay, so William Augustus. Woo, that's a strong name for such a strong man. Let's look at some of these images actually of the Duke. What do you look like, Duke? So here's a nice, healthy fucking picture, right? The picture actually we saw of him is actually a more flattering portrait of him. Look at that fat fucking, look at that. You got a whole nother fucking island right underneath his fucking chin. So this is, goddamn William Augustus. This fucking lowlife is a shitty fucking military fucking general. The British fucking loved him. Thomas Walker loved him so much he named half of fucking Kentucky after this piece of shit. This motherfucker killed Scottish people with a vengeance. Had fun at it, you know. Just it was a good time for this bastard. And then we're gonna go ahead and carry that legacy on. No, we need to have a legacy of integrationist, right? We're all in this together. Don't matter if black, white, gay, straight, old, young, man, woman. You're allowed to be here in this country, okay? So. And integration, that's a liberal fucking idea. No, that's the way we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be a fucking melting pot. You know, we're supposed to be a nation of immigrants. We all come together. E pluribus unum. Out of many, there is one. So, that's who this fucking piece of shit is, right? This fat fucking bastard. This overweight fuck. And then I don't even give a you can be overweight. That's fine. It's just that I hate the guy. So, I'm going to fucking pick on all of his fucking attributes, right? Well, I got a little powdered wig. Look at me. Yeah, fucking George Washington's gonna fucking carry on with his powdered wig wearing, right? He loved the British. The British are so good. Daniel Boone loved the British. Fucking George Washington loved the British. And then they fought against him, right? For the fucking revolution. They're a bunch of, I don't want to say turncoats because it's good for the revolution. That was a good thing. But, you know, basically they just used their fucking resources. They loved the fucking British. They still loved them even after the fucking war. They couldn't declare the French Revolution, you know, to be on side with the revolutionaries. They fucking chose Britain over the revolutionaries. And you don't think that had a fucking big time effect? That we had a quasi-war because of that shit. They're fighting the fucking seas and the ships and shit. France thought it'd been okay, you know, but fucking France and England battling. What does America got? Why are they sending all these ships over to England? Why? Because they fucking love their William Augustus fucking Duke of Cumberlands. So, okay, so real quick, all I'm showing you here is that there's Chickasaw lands, okay? So that's the first naming was the Cumberland fucking River and all that's all wrong. It's all about the Shawnee. Now this map, this is different. I'm saying the Chickasaw lands is called the Jackson Purchase. Okay, so the Chickasaw, you see only there's four major fucking Native Americans with this map. This was given to me, I've seen it all over the place in books and shit, but in Kentucky history class. So, you know, this is U of L. And so this is Kentucky right here, right? We got four major Native American tribes that were here. Everybody should know all four of these: the Chickasaw, Shawnee, Yuchi, and the Cherokee, right? So Shawnee, Yuchi, Cherokee, Chickasaw, you can read, but I'll say it anyways. That's the whole point of the video. Chickasaw, okay? So Chickasaw lands, you see, it's very distinctive right there in the fucking western tip of Kentucky. Just right there in that fucking spot. You know, there's Hernando de Soto. When Hernando de Soto came fucking trailblazing right through Mississippi, eventually comes into Kentucky. The first white man in Kentucky was Hernando de Soto, and he was killing, I don't know, they said Mississippi. He was killing, you know, Chickasaw people in Mississippi, and he encountered, actually, he's going to cross Kentucky right up through here. He's going to cross right up through here. So he's going to cross right through the fucking Chickasaw lands. Yeah, you're goddamn right he killed the fucking Chickasaw people. Right here in Kentucky, he killed Chickasaw people. They probably called something else then, but that's because you're named by the fucking, you know, the conquistadors. So you have, that's who Hernando de Soto is, a Spanish conquistador. So he has this right here, which is, they said Mississippi. Oh, this is the physiographic diagram of Kentucky. Sort of shows the regions, you know, where it comes. What Kentucky is. So this map is also another popular map of Kentucky. So this is the regions that we have, right? You got Eastern Mountains, you got the Knobs Bluegrass region, the Pennyrile, Western Coalfields, and the Jackson Purchase. So you got 6 major regions in Kentucky. Physiologically, why do we have those regions? Well, in the eastern part here, we have all the mountains, and then in the middle here, we got the Bluegrass region, outer Bluegrass region, which is actually a little bit different, isn't it? Bluegrass and the Knobs. So they say this is the Bluegrass region, and then the Knobs. So I guess the Knobs are kind of like the little hills, right? These are the big Appalachian Mountains, ooh, which is huge compared to like me, but they're not the Rocky Mountains, but they're mountains, and that's nonetheless that's the lay of the land. And so these, you know, the little trimmers, they have little fucking knobs, right? So that's the Knobs, and then you got the Western Coalfields over here. So and then you have the Mississippi Plateaus, and then you got the Mississippi Embayment. Okay. So that's the physiological diagram. That's where we get all the regions from Kentucky. And then this is the regions here. But instead of calling this fucking region here, look, everything else is about like the fucking the eastern coal mines, right? Eastern mountains, coal fields, Knobs, Bluegrass, coalfields, Pennyrile, which I'm not sure what Pennyrile is. I'll check it out if I got time. But they're all named after regions. And so Jackson Purchase is the only fucking thing that's named after the fucking piece of shit, you know, Indian Trail of Tears, butcher, and fucking dickhead. So fuck Andrew Jackson and his fucking War of 1812 and the fucking Battle of fucking Tippecanoe Canoe and all the fucking shit that he's actually getting into. Jackson was an asshole. He was a big ass fucking asshole. He's the reason why, the American fucking dream went down. You're gonna fucking say only white people can live here? Nah, sorry, Andrew Jackson. Not only white people can live here. Stupid motherfucker. In fact, how are you gonna sit there and say you're more civilized by being a bigger butcher than everybody else? Supreme Court told Andrew Jackson not to remove the Native Americans, and then Andrew Jackson did it anyways, and he said, well, let them enforce their own order. So the Supreme Court, he ignored the fucking Supreme Court of the entire land, right? Well, fuck the Supreme Court. In a way, it's kind of badass in terms of rebelliousness, but the fucking thing that he's rebelling is, for fucking oppression and murder and genocide, Trail of Tears. Get me a fucking break. This is where we're gonna honor this asshole with the fucking thing here. He's also on the back of the $20 bill, right? So I got a friend that pokes his eyes out or puts dark black eyes on his fucking eyes. So yeah, that's the Jackson Purchase. The Jackson Purchase sitting right on the spot where the Chickasaw lands is, and that's the connection. Okay, that's the biggest connection. Jackson Purchase, Chickasaw lands. The western tip is the Jackson Purchase. Nah, fuck you. It's called the Chickasaw lands, you fucking asshole. The Chickasaw lands is what this fucking piece is named. It's a Shawnee River, Shawnee Gap, Shawnee Mountain, Shawnee Lake. You want to sit there and say Cumberland fucking supporting the goddamn, William Augustus, a butcher of Scottish people? The fucking Scottish, they built this country all the same. This country wasn't found by just English, British royalists. Mostly it was just those assholes, but there are other people here too. I would say probably about a third of the people that founded this country were not British. So you have, you got the Scots, you got Germans, you got Africans, you got lots of people, a whole bunch of fucking people that made this fucking country. Fucking Andrew Jackson. Then they're going to sit there, and how embarrassing, that's such bullshit. In fact, that's another thing. Clark County is sitting on top of the last Shawnee village of Kentucky. So we're going to sit there and there's actually a whole shit ton, probably about half of Kentucky's counties are named after Indian murderers. So what we're doing as fucking white people, collectively, right, not individually, but as white people, we're going murdering all the people of Kentucky, all the natives, Skippakittiki, wiped out the Shawnee village, and then we're coming in and we're putting the names of the conquerors on that land. Whose land is it? It's Clark County, named after, George Rogers Clark, the great fucking hero of the Northwest, right? The liberator of the Northwest territories. No, he didn't liberate jack shit. But well, it's a good thing that they made way for the rest of America. Man, get the fuck out of here. There could have been so many other fucking ways to do that shit. Polk fucking expanded it, right, to Mexico. And then Thomas Jefferson, eventually, they kicked out the fucking French in the French and Indian War. So I don't even know why they had to pay so many millions of dollars to Napoleon for that shit. But it was not right. I know that. It was not right. So Kentucky's the Chickasaw lands. You got the Chickasaw lands, which we don't call the Chickasaw lands. We call it the fucking Jackson Purchase. Fuck Jackson. That's not what I'm gonna call the Chickasaw lands. I hope it sticks. It won't probably, but Chickasaw lands. That is the Chickasaw lands. That literally is what it fucking is. The Jackson Purchase, is that the only thing Jackson ever bought? Get the fuck out of here. Did he even buy it? He was there at the fucking meeting. Isaac Shelby was the one spearheading that fucking meeting. How come nobody else? We don't call this Shelby Purchase. That's the first governor of Kentucky. This is very nationalistic, anti-state, anti-Kentucky to call this the Jackson Purchase. Should be the Isaac Shelby Purchase. The first governor of Kentucky, right? So yeah, Jackson Purchase. Mississippi embayment, we could even call that. It's the Mississippi embayment. It's the Chickasaw lands, the Mississippi embayment. Oh, the Jackson Purchase, fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. No, it's the Skippakittiki, not Clark County. All right. Half the counties, that's what we did. We fucking stole their land, put the white man's name on it. And so what the name Kentucky though, it stuck. It's a fucking, I don't know, it's either Shawnee, Iroquois, or Cherokee. Or something else, or Iroquois, I don't know. So, but it's Indian. It definitely is Native American. Just like half of the United States, over like 26 states, over half of the states in the United States are named after Native Americans. Where'd they all go? So, good that we called the whole state after the Native Americans, or the word from a Native American, word we called the whole state. But it's all the rest of it we totally fucked up on. The Clark County shit, the fucking Cumberland River shit, the Jackson Purchase shit. That's some bullshit. And while I'm at it, when it comes to Louisville, you still got that Confederate ass statue right there next to U of L. You got the Waterson Expressway, who was part of the Ku Klux Klan. You got Gene Snyder, who voted against the Civil Rights Act. There's lots of shit in Kentucky that should not be named what the fuck it's named. We should name it either what it's rightfully named, you know, originally, or pick some other hero. We don't need to be honoring goddamn butchers and oppressors, psychos, massacrists, fucking shitty fucking people, okay? Genocidal fucking Hitlers. That's what the fuck Jackson is, a fucking genocidal Hitler. And we're gonna fucking honor Andrew Jackson because why? He killed lots of fucking people. Nah, murder is not. I don't think if you're a murderer, that doesn't make you no fucking hero. It's fucking easy as shit. Fucking to shoot a person, you know, to pull a fucking trigger, easiest fucking thing in the world. But they're fucking cunning, passing out small pox blankets, right? Passing small pox blankets. That's what the fuck they did. So yeah, that's the Chickasaw lands is what it should be called. Mississippi and Bateman, I would be in favor of, but from now on, it's the Chickasaw lands to me, and that's how it's going to be. Chickasaw, Viva, Le Chickasaw, to the day I die. Chickasaw lands. Fuck Andrew Jackson.